It's the Daily Comedy News with your host, MarkinsPires. Join us for breaking headlines and all kinds of comedy shenanigans. Brought to you by The Beat Seat. Good morning, my friends. Welcome to the longest-running daily variety show, the MarkinsPires Show. Day 1907 in a row. We've been doing this since December 31st, 2018, and I'm welcoming you because we're getting into topics today that I think are very exciting. Every day we do the comedy news, and I think this show is just going to be the same in the morning and at night, so you know. It's not like, well, when do I get the news? When do I get the music? Both shows. So I write a lot of music. I mean, a lot of music. There are 209 songs out on iTunes and about 1,000 plus songs on the MarkinsPires channel. Every night, I'll take a couple words from the chat and I'll create a song just based on those words. And we were listening to some of the best last night, so go back and watch that episode. It was great. But, I'm probably going to be bringing the guitar out in the morning as well, or just playing some of the best of songs along with the comedy news. At night, we'll be creating those songs that we'll be playing in the morning, and then we'll be doing some comedy news at night as well. I also do a lot of skits. I got a green screen, as you can tell, over here on TikTok. If you head over to YouTube, subscribe, turn on all notifications, guys, while you're here. I should have a little bell right here over my shoulder when I say that, so you know to do that, because the bell is very important. It's not just subscribing. Subscribe and then hit that bell, go up and hit all notifications on, because I drop a lot of content, all right? And if you like what I do, you're gonna wanna know when I'm live, which is twice a day, and there's at least one piece of content every single day that goes live. So make sure you turn on all notifications. So what's going on in the news? Did you hear about what happened with Shohei Ohtani and his interpreter? I don't know who was gambling. Now, this is what we have to dig into, but apparently he fired his interpreter. $4.5 million in gambling debt that was paid off by Shohei Ohtani. Now, what they're saying is that it wasn't Shohei. It was his interpreter. The interpreter got into a bad place, and Shohei said, look, you're my friend. I don't want you to be there. I'll pay for it. So I'm going to read the story with you. I want you guys to give me your feedback. Let me know what you think on that. And what else is going on in the news today? Now, here's the thing, in case you're wondering. There is no politics on this comedy news show. We talk about everything but politics because this is a show where we could all come together. I don't want to pick any topics where half the country hates what I'm talking about. So what we're going to be doing always is talking about anything else that's going on that's really cool, and then make comedy out of it. That's what it is. It's a scroll the news show. So right over my shoulder in a second, you're gonna see the news story. You can read it with me, and then you'll see where I deviate and create some sort of comedy off of that story. So let's get into it. I'm going to pop it up right now. I want you guys to know at noon today, something really exciting. The Mark Has Wood channel, which is one of my other channels here on YouTube, is going live with its first piece of real content. It's a 10-minute part one of building the Sword of God. And you guys get to see when or how we started this process and got to a final sword. And I never thought about doing this until MODOK gave me the name Mark Has Wood. I was like, what a great name for a woodworking show. I am the inventor of the only drum in the world for guitar players. It's called the Beat Seat. You could sit on it and play it with your hands and feet at the same time. It's the only drum in the world where you could sit upright and play with your entire body. You kick it with both feet. It's got a kick and a snare for your feet, and then you have your hands for another snare, 2 snares, 4 playable panels. So it's like you could be an octopus with this thing. You've never been able to do that with any drum. So I have a patent for it. You can check it out at beatseat.rocks. I miss Zabrowski. Zabrowski, I'm sorry. I was talking about the Beat Seat. What? No, get us back tonight. He says he'll give us another woohoo tonight. So basically the Beat Seat is not just the most powerful drum in the world for a guitar player or for a musician, solo musician. Because if say you're a trumpet player, and you could sit there and with your feet kick a drum beat while you rock out on your trumpet. It's the same thing as me with my guitar, kicking it while I play my guitar. It sounds like I have a drummer behind me. So any musician the only thing I think would be a little difficult is piano, because you have those pedals you have to try to touch as well. I've tried it before. If you don't play the pedals and you just rock out on that thing, having a Beat Seat would be sick, a piano player, or he puts it like on a effect where the I'm not sure how you could do that where you could bring in the reverb or whatever you call it for a piano. I don't play piano, but I'll sit down and make some music on it. Anyway, so check out the Beat Seat, beatseat.rocks. You can order yours. They're hand built in the United States, not out of, some company in some manufacturing facility out of this country. No, I hand build them myself. So when you order a Beat Seat, I'm actually going downstairs where we will be doing a lot on Mark Has Wood, which you should subscribe to that channel. And when we're doing these projects, we're probably going to do projects where you guys can then get involved and find a way to see if you can procure them. I'm going to be building, I think, things for people. That's going to be one of the aspects of Mark Has Wood, so make sure you check that channel out. Anyway, let's get into the real news. Let's talk about Shohei and what happened here. Is it something that nefarious? Is there something weird here that we have to look into a little deeper? Joanne, can you please put me back on? Oh, thank you. Sometimes she knocks me off for a minute there. Here we go. News story of the day. Oh, it's on already. And as you see, first thing we will ever see when we pop on the news on a daily basis, are you kidding me? I'm going to win the big leagues. No. We're not doing politics here. We're moving for I am a celebrity impressionist, so if you do want to hear anybody else, let's do it. Christopher Walken, Al Pacino, Owen Wilson, Richard Dreyfuss. That's one of my favorites. I love doing Richard Dreyfuss. So anyway, ask and I'll do. Airport executive shot in a firefight. We talked about that one yesterday. FYI, 2 days ago I did this James Bond comedy news story. The first 35 minutes, my volume was like off. I got to tell you, this is one of my favorite things about technology. So I have what's called Adobe Premiere, and I was able to take that clip, take that entire news story, and bring it in there and then normalize the audio. So now we have that entire episode back. And the story I told about that guy's freaking noggin and his shirt that he was wearing, I can't wait to get through it and edit it for you and release it later today. And over my shoulder, you're going to see silly things. That's one of my favorite things about this little box here is while you guys are watching and we're scrolling the news together, like that's cool now. I'm like, oh, look, we're scrolling the news together. But later, when I mention things in the news story, you're going to see all these things pop up, and if you see my news stories, you'll see that's exactly what happens. Let's check out South Korean actresses Jeon Xiao, her first viral pitch. I bet she throws it like 90. Let's see. We're going full screen on this sucker. Guys, YouTube it if you want to. See. Let's see. Can we get any audio here? Looks like she's going to throw it high and tight. The guys on the bench are saying she probably can't even hit the plate. Dude, she's got good form. What did she do? Where's the... Are you going to show the ball? Or, what are we talking about? Did she pretend to throw a ball? I missed it. They just showed a close-up of her throwing. Her form looked good. I'm a pitcher, so I know what a pitcher should look like. Can you show her throwing it instead of showing that she's some girl? That's mental. That is mental. Can we look at this again? Did they show her throwing the ball? Where's the throw? They show a close-up. You don't even see the ball leave her hand. This is mental. Why does this go viral? I want to see her throw a 92-mile-an-hour fastball down the middle, high and tight, high cheese. I want to see a rising fastball from Jeon Xiao. What is her name? Let's see. Form's good. Look, the knee came up tight. Where's the ball? Show me the freaking... Is anybody else frustrated by that? I don't know why I'm frustrated by that, but I feel like I should see her... I want to see the impact of the glove. I want to hear it. Sometimes if it's a curve. Who saw that movie? Trouble with the Curve? You can hear it. We're not going into that. Okay, Missouri teacher who resigned after school found OnlyFans page gets fired from her new job. Gosh almighty. It's got to be tough to be an OnlyFans lady, I guess, What? The owner of a $3.4 million Lamborghini yacht screamed, "I will kill you," and threw $100 bills into the water when he couldn't use a private dock. All right, let's hear about this complete douche. A man who owned a $3.4 million Lamborghini yacht threatened a dock employee after being told he couldn't be there. The owner, okay, we already heard this, CBS 8. The employee said AJ Thakur mooned and then threw cash at him after being told he couldn't use the dock. Thakor, the CEO of Dr. Multimedia, which you should be checking out right now, issued an apology through his public relations team. Just happens to be called Moon Media. But, the owner of the $3.4 million yacht, Lamborghini, by the way, he's just doing gold digger stuff. That's why he got it. He pulls up on the side by the beach, and ladies come over like, "Is that your boat?" He's like, No, it's not my boat. Or just, it's pretty cool, right? And they're like, "Yeah, I'm waiting for the owner." And she's like, "Nah, I'm just here. I'm just on the dock doing a cleanup, All of a sudden, she's like, and he's like, "Well, I wanted to talk to you though. You want to get together later?" And she's like, "Nah, I ain't got time for you." And I'm like, "No, but I wanted to chat you up. You know what I mean? You're my style." And then all of a sudden, she starts walking away. He's like, "All right," beep, beep, goes over. "Wait, that is your boat?" "Yeah, I was just playing." "Well, can I go for a ride?" "No, we don't take gold diggers on this boat. On this $3.4 million boat right there. That boat, it's gold. There's gold on it. Not for you, lady." She had her chance. If she just wanted to go out with the dock servant. Thakor. Let's see what else. Joseph Holt, a 21-year-old employee at Marriott Marina in San Diego, told CBS 8 and the MarkinsPires news channel that he spotted the yacht sailing into the private dock. The owner, identified as AJ Thakor, tried to pick another person up at the dock. He's like, "Hey, is my friend here?" "I don't know who your friend is. You got to turn your $3.4 million Lamborghini yacht around. Get it the freaking hell out of here. We don't have any room here at this dock." I told him respectfully that he couldn't be there. Or he did it exactly the way I said. I think he did it the way I said. And honestly was hoping to have a conversation with him, about his cool boat. I'm like, "Dude, you're cool. Your boat's cool and all, but you got to get the fuck out of here. All right? With that attitude, you coming by here and telling me where you get, I'm picking up my friend." All right, AJ Thakor. In a YouTube video, we're gonna have to watch that. Dark blue Tucumnamore for Lamborghini 63 is seen sailing out of a dock. A man in a gray shirt, pair of jeans, cap was shown standing on the dock, and the man appeared to be Thakor. Thakor was shown shouting at Holt, "I will kill you! I'm AJ Thakor! You know I will kill you! I've had it done before! Thakor does it!" He said it multiple times, and he, again, admitted to previous murders. Thakor was later shown pounding his fist on his palm, and he's pointing his thumb down before telling Holt, "To your face." Holt was shown responding, giving his middle finger to Thakor. Oh, here we go. We're watching it, guys.
I will kill you.
Kill him. Thakor.
I will kill you. I will kill you.
Get him, Thakor.
I got it. Ace Roger, follow me. Time and place. I'll kill you.
Time and place, I'll kill you.
To your face.
Oh, to your face. He's saying he's gonna punch you in the face. Thakor! When you got a $3.4 million yacht, luxury yacht, Lamborghini style, you could go out there and tell people you're gonna kill them. What do you guys think about that? What do you think about, AJ Thakor with the murder plate? Probably the third or the fourth. He said he's done it before. We're just trying to catch up here, guys. Giving you the news, okay? You guys are checking out AJ Thakor right now. Like, I know you're going to check out his multimedia, site. Dr. Multimedia, is that what it's called? I think it's called Medical Dr. Multimedia. Oh, goodness. He's the doctor of multimedia, guys. He's the only one. The expert. Holt said Thakor then took $100 bills from his wallet and he threw them at him. He added that Thakor mooned him. He took out that hiney butt and showed it. Midday mooning, they call that one. The exchange was not shown in the video. He said, "I'm nobody, I'm nothing, I work a silly job, and I'm just here doing the dock work, like just swabbing the deck. And, that's a job, that's a gig. Someone's got to do it." So he could come up with this Lamborghini, 3.4 mil, come on up onto the deck that's not disgusting as hell. Like, I did the swabbing. He said that he knows people, he has connections, and he could change my life and ruin it. Holt did not immediately respond to Business Insider's request for comment. The San Diego Harbor Police arrived at the marina 10 minutes after Thakur's yacht exited the dock. The Harbor Police told Business Insider that Holt decided to press charges against Thakur and that they are investigating the incident. According to Thakur's LinkedIn page, he's the CEO of Dr. Multimedia. The company's website shows that it's a healthcare marketing firm based in San Diego. Thakur appears to go by the name Ace Rogers on Instagram and TikTok. Guys, you know we're checking that out. TikTok, check out Ace Rogers. See how he's doing over there. Where he's noted as being a professional gambler. Interesting. So Thakur is a professional gambler. He's a multimedia doctor. Right? We started with a minor misunderstanding, escalated into an argument. And I apologize for my actions and those who witnessed the unfortunate exchange. Thakur did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Thakur isn't the only CEO who's been called out of threatening another person. In November 2021, an Activision spokesperson told BI, Business Insider, that it's an ex-CEO, Bobby Kotick, had I don't give a crap about this one, okay? And in 2020, there's another one, LaFace Skincare. She did something, and that's, she went in and she wrote a political slogan on a property, and she later apologized, said it was disrespectful, and she should have minded her own business, and she should have. You don't go and do that on someone's property. But guys, what do you think about Thakur? 3.4 mil, does it give you the right to go out and start threatening lives of the swabber? He's there swabbing. I feel like they're hard on the swabber, you know. Hilly Billy in the house, how are you, my friend? I got Virginia, Danik is here, Helen Gale Townsend, so good to see you. If we have people kicking it with us on other platforms, please do me a favor and subscribe at least to the MarkinsPires channel on YouTube, Rumble, MarkinsPires, and of course on X. Got to make sure you hit it up on X, guys. So let's get back into the comedy news here. Oh, this little side note. So, like right before the show, this is why I was late today. So my wife's like, can you help me with the groceries? And of course. So I'm like, yeah, I'll go down and help with groceries. So I go down, I bring the groceries in, and then at the end, I'm like, there's 3 more bags. And one of them is broken. So I have to grab it with 2 hands like this, right? And then the other ones are normal bags. So I said, okay, you grab those, I'll grab this one. And so I go ahead, and as I open the door, I can't see what's in front of me. And there's a piece of white, 8x11 paper on the ground. Probably my daughter's little scribblings. And as I came around the corner where the island is, my feet came out from underneath me. Like, this is crazy. I pick up my left foot to walk, and as that happened, my foot happened to be on that piece of paper, and I slid out, couldn't get that foot back down in time because my body fell. If gravity's a thing, I had the force of gravity and the force of slipping all at the same time. As I fell, my head hit the side of the island, which thank goodness it didn't hit the granite top. And I fell to the ground, and my neck did like this thing. I was like, for a second, I was like, I'm dead. Like for a second, I was like, I think I'm dead. Because it was like so scary how quickly I fell and how I had no control, couldn't stop it. Makes me realize, and this is what we should all realize about how quickly things do happen when they are like accidents, they say. Accidents can't be stopped. That's the whole point of them. Like the only thing I could have done was know that that piece of paper was on the ground and I couldn't step on it, but I didn't, you know? And so I walk, I turn the corner, I slide, I hit the ground. My arm is killing me right now, like down here. I'm just realizing that now. It's like all these things are starting to hurt me. And I'm like, I'm sitting here, I'm doing that story and I'm like, wow, my neck is starting to feel weird, like hurt over here on this side. And I'm like, I'm starting to rub and I'm like, oh, that's where my neck did like this as I hit the freaking side of that cabinet. And so I'm thinking tomorrow I'm going to probably have like whiplash or something. I don't know. And I don't know if it's worth going to the doctor for, to be honest. I'm not a doctor guy. Like I'm a guy who's just like, oh, give me some vitamin C and I'm going to just stretch and see, hopefully I'm okay. As you know, I'm here 5 years in, I guess, and I didn't listen to any of the protocols I won't even say those words because it gets me in trouble. But any of the things they told us you need to do in order to stay and be a part of society. That's probably why I'm still here suppressed and without the ability to grow at 1,907 days in a row. you know. Anyway, so now I'm kind of creaky. The neck is a little weird. This elbow, I'm realizing, has got something going on because I fell right on the elbow as I came down. So, but this is life. You know what I mean? This is what this is what happens. This is, and then I'm just thinking to myself, like, would that have happened? Would that have happened if I just said, let me take these 2 bags. I'll leave that one in and I'll come back for it. No, because I would have walked in and seen it as I came in. Both my hands by my side. Would be able to walk. Oh, there's a piece of paper on the ground. I kicked it aside. Picked it up after I put the groceries down. But because this bag was broken, I wanted to walk it around and put it right on top of the counter. So, you know, it's a broken bag. So as close to the fridge as possible. And as I came around, man, that was scary. I'm visualizing it still in my head right now, how quickly that happened. My body went whoop. It's so crazy how fast. Like imagine you got a piece of paper around and you slip on that, or like I always say like a banana peel. You slip on that and your body falls out from underneath you. And so then you got 185 pounds just falling as quick as it possibly can to the earth, right? To the wood floor. But the issue was that my head and the cabinet, like it would have been fine if I fell and I just fell right on the ground. I'd be like, whatever, dude, that's fine. But the fact that I fell and slammed my freaking head in the process, that, now I'm putting this on. Now, the other day I said I had like a bump on my nog. I was making that whole joke about my hair because it was so crazy. And now I literally have a bump on my nog. But the show must go on. 1907 days in a row, the show must go on. So I show up anyway. And even though I probably should have said, you know what, let me go into the walk-in and just make sure I'm all right. Yeah, the neck is the thing I'm mostly in the head. You know, obviously you don't want to have like a whiplash and you don't want to have a concussion. Those are the things you definitely don't want. So I'm hoping I don't have either of those. I think the positive is I didn't hit the granite top. That would have been bad, guys. That would have been bad. May not be here right now. That's how quick the body fell. It was like, whoop. Oh my goodness. I remember like, okay, just so you know, what I was holding, I had the bag, but I also had a gallon of milk. As I hit the ground with so much force that the milk exploded. Okay? It exploded all over the kitchen. That's why I'm late. It's because we then had to sit and for 15, 20 minutes clean up a $7 bottle of milk that I just bought from the store. Thank you. You know, I don't want to talk about people specifically, but I will say thank you for the prices of things. It really is awesome to go have to buy a $7 bottle of milk. You know, I got to say, it's kind of cool. And I saw there was a story, and I think it was, I don't know, I don't have to say I think, I know, I just don't know what I could talk about online anymore. But in Russia, they went to the food store and filled up basically their cart for the entire week of groceries. It cost them like 113 bucks. That's how deflation works there, I guess. I don't even understand how it works, how they have such good prices for everything. But we are obviously, it's because what they charge in order to keep these companies charge, and then the government hits them with these taxes that we don't know about. Then they hit us with taxes when we buy the things. It's like we're being taxed from, I can't get into it, guys. That's when we get into trouble, is when I start saying how I feel about things. Instead, we just stick to the news. I can't. Dear Abby, I think my stepdaughter is a prosy. I think that one's worth a read. Dear Abby, my 22-year-old stepdaughter has been daughter. I'm back to New Jersey again. I grew up in New Jersey, from New York to New Jersey, then to Connecticut. And when I came here from Jersey, they called me Jersey boy because I would say stuff like stepdaughter. I would say things like baseball. Want to go play some baseball? They'd be like, I don't know. Do you want to play baseball or baseball? I was like, I want to play baseball. I didn't know any better. I was from New Jersey. I didn't realize that I had a New Jersey accent. It's a thing. Just like Connecticut. We have an accent here. And then there's people in Connecticut who have the Connecticut lockjaw as well. Like they talk like this, like, oh, all the way up to Cape Cod. I'm going up to Nantucket, you know. And it's like they're not English. But they're doing it. They're trying. 22-year-old receiving very large Venmo payments. She's banging it out. You guys know it, right? You called him. You called on it. You're like, I think that the 22-year-old's available tonight. Big bucks. Let's see. I'm going to look at the Venmo payments, and we're going to make sure. I want to make sure it's not meme and it's not Trixie. If it was Trixie 3 or meme, we're going to blast it everywhere on TikTok. Everyone's going to know about you guys. You were trying to see if you could solicit the 22-year-old on Venmo. Just for a night out, right? A night of fun. I get it. I mean, I get it. You're just, you're doing you. Here we go. Venmo payments. She knows this because her husband, her father, is also an account. The father's also on the account. Okay, let me go back, okay? This is from her perspective, guys. I know this because my husband, her father, is also on the account and I have access to it. We have asked her several times where the money is coming from. The first time she lied and said it was from walking dogs. She was recently claiming that her old boyfriend from 4 years ago, whom she broke up with, probably found tons of photos of half-naked women on his phone and was sending her money. Abby, this isn't $20 or even $100. It's thousands of dollars every month. Her ex was a delivery driver. No way you can make that much money after tax. Where do you think she's getting the money? I say sex. But my husband refuses to believe it. What should I do? Dear Suspicious, this is Dear Abby speaking. I too suspect that your stepdaughter is a prossy. Maybe involved in something sex-related or perhaps drug-related. She didn't say that, but it's got to be one or the other, right? She could be an escort. I don't know why is Dear Abby an English person? I'm just going to read it straight, okay, guys? I too suspect that your stepdaughter may be involved in something sex-related. She could be an escort, have found herself a sugar daddy, or be participating in a sex webcam show with Cobra T. She could also be involved in selling illicit drugs. She did talk about it. Sorry, I didn't realize. I don't read ahead on these stories. We're doing it live. Because your husband refuses to believe his daughter would do anything illicit, for the sake of your marriage, take a step back. Wait to see what transpires. His daughter is an adult and is responsible for making her own decisions. Because she has trouble telling the truth, there is nothing you can do to help. Let's see, is there anything else there? I don't want to tell about stories about cancer. Let's see, anything else here? I'm going to play you guys a song in a minute here. This new song is so good. I don't know what to do, guys. I got to put it out. I think I'll put it out tomorrow. Friday, new song release, like 11 a.m. I think it should be like, what time is it? I got a notification said 6 p.m. would be the best time to post. And I'm like, I want to post all day. I don't know why I have to just pick one day to post, one time to post. But really, when I post and then no one sees it, then it, I guess, detracts from the content, then I don't share it. So I should put it on a time when you guys are on. Let's see, anything else here? Remembering Michael Landon. A gun on a U.S. allies warship misfired while the crew was clearing stuck shells and struck a frigate. Frigate? What is it, a frigate? I don't know if there's anything else worthwhile here. I think we should just go right to the music. Uh-oh. Man tries breaking into a home using a pry bar. Sheriff. A man is caught on camera trying to break into a home. According to authorities, video from the homeowner showed him walking up to the front door and appears to do something to the camera. First he knocks, then he uses a pry bar to try and bust the door open. About a minute later, he hears a scream and takes off. The suspect, Sebastian Beltran, was charged with attempted burglary. This is the video of Sebastian. He's a bit of a chooch.
Way the Conrad tooling is included.
That's not it. Are we getting done with this ad or what? We're looking to put this ad behind us here. For the Hilton Rewards. Here we go. Look at this guy.
A man is caught on camera trying to break into a home, according to authorities.
Yo, there's someone inside.
Watch as he walks up to the front door, appears to do something to the camera, and have at it. He first knocks, then uses a pry bar to try and bust it open.
Yo, bust in. Yo, hang tight. I got my mics on. Shh.
After several tries, he hears a scream and takes off. The 21-year-old suspect
you
deputies
go.
in Bexar County, Texas say was arrested and charged with attempted burglary. They say they are still looking for another person who might be involved as an accomplice. Investigators say this is the first time he's been busted for this type of crime. This is Inside Edition
What
Digital.
else has he been busted for? For this type of, what else has he been busted for? We're looking into it. Hold on, because you just made it seem like it's not a big deal, and then you said first time for this crime. What other crimes has this piece of garbage been busted for and gone to jail for, or perhaps prison for? Did we do this? We didn't really do the Shohei story. We should. We should read that out. I've got to make sure we do that. Let's just do this real quick. Oops. All right, here we go. Arrest record. There, arrests. (2019). Here's the first one. Sebastian Beltran. Let's check out what he did. He was in jail. Beltran. He was in jail here, it says. Filing number 1, complaint against the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. He actually filed that. There was an order served on him on October 17th. It doesn't tell us what he's in jail for here, though. Civil rights. He's going after someone for civil rights. But where is the one where he went to jail? People versus Beltran. This can't be right. This guy's not that old, right? Uh-oh. Is this guy, how old is this guy? He's not that old. This could be his kids, though. Between 1991 and 1996, defendant and appellate Sebastian Ponce Beltran engaged in continuous and substantial SO? I don't know what you say here. Sexual conduct with his minor daughters. No, it's not him. He's a scumbag, though, that guy. I would say that this guy's clearly got a past. We don't know what it is. Yeah, here's the guy right here. Sebastian, he's only 21, so it's got to be recent stuff. 21 previous arrests. (2017), it's coming up again. I don't think this is, all right, maybe this is the one where it started. USA versus Beltran. Hold on, I'm on up. We found something. No, it's Jason Beltran. That's no good. All right, I don't know if we're going to find anything on this. Sometimes it's worth a look. Vasquez. No, we're not doing a Vasquez thing here. Sorry. All right, wrong thing. Anyway, guys, we tried. Sometimes you try to get some information and you don't get it. Marshall, how are you, my friend? We're trying to figure out exactly what this guy's previous record was, but we're going to go past it. It doesn't really matter. We're back at the news. I do want to share just quickly about the Shohei story. So, they fired the interpreter. $4.5 million of gambling debt paid off by Shohei. So, can we just talk about this and you let me know what your thoughts are? Would you pay off someone's $4.5 million gambling debt? Even if you had, a couple $100 million, would you give a friend or not a friend or just somebody who worked for you $4.5 million to pay off a gambling debt? And would you do that without any paperwork? Would you do that without anybody knowing? Would you do that and just say, yeah, dude, here you go. I'll make sure, I feel bad. You're my buddy. I just want to make sure you get out of this hole. Would you do that? Would Shohei Ohtani do that? Or would Shohei Ohtani potentially Just saying. Have a little bit of a checkered personal life. And this guy's taking the fall for it. And there's a big windfall for him at the other end of the rainbow where he's on his way down, right? This guy's Mazahura. And perhaps he's like, look, I'll take the sword, old school, Japan style. I'm taking it out, the katana. And I'll fall on the sword for you, sir. We'll get you another teleprompter. What? Yeah, I'll check my bank account. And one day he's there. Because I don't know anybody who would do that. Especially because if you're giving that guy $4.5 million to pay off his gambling debts, you're not helping him. You're enabling him to go and keep gambling. So I don't think, I'm just saying this. Let's read the story fully and see what you guys believe. Los Angeles Dodgers have fired Shohei Ohtani's interpreter. He's a close friend after the player's attorney alleged massive theft from the Japanese star in a case tied to sports gambling. The Dodgers said on Wednesday that Ippei Mitsuhara, who has been a constant presence at Ohtani's side since the two-way star's move to the U.S., was no longer working with the team. The Dodgers are aware of media reports and are gathering information. The team can confirm that interpreter Ippei Mitsuhara has been terminated. The team has no further comment at this time. Law firm Burke Brettler LLP, attorneys for Ohtani, said in a statement, in the course of responding to the recent media inquiries, we discovered that Shohei has been the victim of a massive theft, and we are turning the matter over to the authorities. ESPN reported Wednesday that multiple unnamed sources, Mitsuhara's firing came after media questioned his alleged ties to illegal gambling. Alleged. ESPN reported allegations centered on wire transfers from Ohtani's account worth at least $4.5 million. I thought it was $4.5 million. It's at least. That means it could be $20 million. You don't know. You don't know how much money that was siphoned out of the Ohtani account. Now let's just quickly read the wording here. Allegations centered on wire transfers from Ohtani's account. So who would be able to transfer wires from Ohtani's account? Who would have access to that information? Who would be able to go into someone who's got millions of dollars and say, I'm just going to wire transfer that out? You're right. This guy, Ippei. It's always the interpreter that has that access, Like, this shouldn't be shocking to anybody that the translator has full access to Ohtani's bank account and he can just wire things out, Like, it's a no-brainer. I don't know why anybody's even questioning it, Like, you're not going to get an interpreter and just say, hey, access to my entire bank account. Everything, all my transactions, go and buy what you want, but I'm going to check. You really shouldn't do that. But here's the information, just so you know. So you can go in and check on me and see how I'm doing. So Ippei had that access, guys. Do you see him here? Look at him. This is a guy you give your bank information to so he could wire stuff right there. Trying to look like Neo, the Matrix. So what do you guys think? I want to hear from you. Do you think there's any chance in heck that you or anybody you know would ever give $4.5 million to a guy that looks like that, first of all? You know what I mean? Like, right? And then he's going to go and he's going to spend that money on his gambling debt? Enabling. That's called an enabler. You never do that. And I don't think Shohei would do it either. So that's how I feel. What are you guys saying here on TikTok? I'm waiting for some answers from you. Do you guys, and you're not seeing this, you should head over to YouTube, TikTok, head over to YouTube, Rumble, or X, subscribe. You can see the story over my shoulder. You see this guy's stupid noggin. It's mental, the head. It's mental, that guy's head, right? Sid. It's going to be 15 degrees above today. That's awesome, Sid, because I know it's usually like 5,000 below. Now, if they gamble away their money, it's their fault. Marshall's with us on that over on Twitch, guys. What I'm saying is this. If you are a guy who's got to tell a interpreter, and you're not giving him full access to your bank account, including how to wire funds out, $4.5 million at least. I have to question what kind of human being you are. Do you have a soul? Here you go, interpreter. I'm going to pay you bare minimum. You're giving him a league minimum. That's why he has that hairdo. Looking like Mo. Three Stooges, you know. But Mo got fired today for gambling improprieties. We're going to read a little further because I'm pretty sure what they're going to say is that Shohei was like, oh, buddy, I feel bad for you. Here you go. Take the 4.5 plus mil and you do what you need to do to get out of that trouble and get a haircut at the same time because that thing is mental, you know? Freaking Mo. So let's just quickly see what's said about that. Ohtani first said that the player had knowingly transferred the funds to cover the gambling debt of Mutsuhara, Ohtani's long-term friend and associate. The spokesman organized a 90-minute interview between Mutsuhara and ESPN on Tuesday night, where Mutsuhara explained his side of the story. Let's see what he had to say. He told ESPN that he had incurred the debts betting on the NBA, the NFL, college football, and international soccer, but never on baseball, which is prohibited by the MLB. Now, he says this about Ohtani. Obviously, he wasn't very happy and said that he would help me out to make sure I never do this again. Again, Enable, I don't think Shohei, who did this, he made his money by hitting home runs, throwing strikeouts, you know, and not on gambling, we don't know. Giving you 4.5, you're taking the fall for your friend. You said you guys were friends. Now you're falling on the sword for him. Shohei! You can't, he's got a contract, $700 million coming up. You know, you can't put that at risk. We'll give you a couple mil to shut your freaking mouth, Mitsuhara. You know, Mitsuhara's now shutting his mouth after the 30-minute interview he did with ESPN. First, let's get into what he said there. I want everybody to know he decided to pay it off for me as mental. I want everybody to know that Shohei had zero involvement in betting. I mean, the fact that this guy had to come out and starts mentioning this off the top, like, okay, ready? I want everybody to know that Shohei had zero involvement in betting. I want people to know I did not know this was illegal. I learned my lesson the hard way. I will never do sports betting ever again. Can I just roll back the tape? Guys, Ohtani wasn't happy about it. And then he said he'd make sure never do it again. Paid off the bill, you know? And then he goes on to say, but I want you guys to know, Shohei, he didn't even know anything about it. Knew nothing, no idea. Guys, I didn't even know it was illegal, but I only did it on football, on soccer, on hockey. I did it on, you know, college football. Baseball, no. I didn't do it on baseball because that's prohibited. But I didn't even know it was illegal. When something's prohibited, but then you say you didn't know it was illegal, that means you were doing it across the board, buddy. Okay, that's one strike against Mitsuhara. Okay? Second one, falling on the sword for your friend with a $700 million contract. We know what you're doing. We know what you're doing, Mitsuhara. And you have no pride, no integrity. Your family will be very, very disappointed. And they would ask you to chop off at least a finger or two. You have to decide if you honor your family enough to do so. There's a knife over there. Just go ahead and grab it, Mitsuhara. So he came out and he said, Shohei, out of the blue, guys, Shohei had nothing to do with the gambling. I didn't even know it was illegal, but I didn't do baseball because I know that that's illegal. Come again? ESPN reported, oh, listen to this. The spokesperson for Ohtani disavowed Mitsuhara's account. Do you know why? Because of what I just freaking recognized. That clearly there was more going on here than they're saying. This is they call this like the rope-a-dope. And you're in there and you're thinking you got him. And at the end you get knocked out by Muhammad Ali. It's happened so many times. ESPN reported that Mitsuhara then changed his story Wednesday, saying that Ohtani in fact had no knowledge of his gambling debts. And Ohtani had not transferred money to the bookmaker's associate. What in the freaking hell? ESPN reported that Mitsuhara said that he had been told not to comment on whether or not he'd been accused of theft by Ohtani, but declined to say by whom. NBC News had contacted the Dodgers, Ohtani and Mitsuhara, overnight seeking further comment. Mitsuhara worked with Ohtani since his major league debut in 2018. After working for the Red Sox as an interpreter, which he also was gambling over there too, but not on the Red Sox. He met Ohtani after returning to Japan in 2013. When Ohtani signed with the Angels in 2017, the team hired Mitsuhara to work as his personal interpreter. ESPN reported that Mitsuhara told the outlet he'd been paid between $300,000 and $500,000 annually. Guys, that's ridiculous to go out there and just interpret poorly. You know he's doing a terrible job of it, right? He's also thieving, betting, taking that $300 to $500K and throwing it right into the market and betting and making money against Ohtani, against baseball. Or Ohtani's in there with him and they're going in there like, what are you putting on tonight? He's like, I'm going to get 21 strikeouts. Do the over. Or the under. I don't know what the hell it is. It's already been an eventful week for Ohtani, become the face of MLB's efforts to build a brand in Asia and one of the sport's leading stars. Greeted by legions of adoring fans at Dodgers opening day in Seoul, despite South Korea's long-standing rivalry with Ohtani's native Japan. There he is, right there, potentially gambling like freak, you know? Like there could be a real issue with this guy. He can throw a strikeout. Yeah, he can hit the ball a mile. But he may be in like next Pete Rose. Some people are saying he's like the 2024 Pete Rose. Shohei Pete Rose Ohtani is like his nickname. Some people that's all they're calling him now. Like, Pete, Charlie Hustle, Shohei Hustle. The Shohei Hustle. That guy can move money around, to pay off debts. I'm thinking, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you think that there's some money being moved around? Do you think that this guy thieved it and wired money out of Shohei Ohtani's account without him knowing? Which sounds like the most ridiculous thing you could ever say. Or is there a chance that Shohei likes to play highlight or something? You know what I mean? And he's into the gambling side of things. And he's like, I got all this money. I don't know what to do with it. Let me put $100K on me losing tonight. Pete Rose. Can't get into the hall with that attitude, with that personal, When you have an addiction like gambling and you are one of the greatest pitchers in baseball history, and you're already branded as a no Hall of Famer, no way are you going to the Hoff. Because they didn't let Pete Rose in. Why are they going to let you in? You're out there gambling 4.5 mil. Pete Rose was doing chicken, scratch. And he wasn't even gambling on his own team. At least that's what he says when he did the sign of the cross. Pete Rose, most hits of all time, guys, not in the Hall of Fame. He gambled. Now it's a gambling world. They're all doing it. And honestly, like, how do you monitor that? How do you stop players from gambling? That's the most ridiculous thing. And you're not going to let Pete Rose in. Like, there's nothing to stop. Yeah, okay, we signed a document. Anybody could do anything they want. They could go out there and put a bet through a proxy. Are you kidding me? Yeah, Pete Rose was a setup. I think Pete Rose got the crap end of the stick for sure. But all I know is this. You can't stop a guy out there who's some scrub on a baseball team, who knows his team's got a bad pitcher, he's pulling up lame or something to put money on the game through a proxy in order to make some cash on the side. You can't say that someone like Shohei Ohtani isn't just feeling like he wants to risk it a little because everything's so perfect and he just wants to do something a little bit risque. He's going to go out there and gamble a little. Maybe it's not on baseball. Maybe it's on soccer. Maybe it's on football. Maybe it's on anything else. Maybe it is on baseball. But maybe it is Shohei Ohtani that did this. And you have to start asking yourself the question, does this guy Mitsuhara have access to his account? It's the real question. And how do you get access to his account? How do you get wire access to someone's account without knowing it? I think most times you have to approve a wire. Like there's it's not just like you're like, hey, here we go. Like there's a process within wiring. It's not just like this guy can take it and wire money out of your account. And like I said, no one gives that information. My wife and I are the only people who have access to my bank account, to our bank account. Shohei Ohtani doesn't have his interpreter on the bank account. access codes and like a PIN with a debit card. He and his wife, and he's married now, they have bank accounts. They're the only people, and maybe his financial advisors, who have access and know the bank accounts. And by the way, someone like him has a money guy. If $4.5 million disappears and goes towards gambling debt, they know about it first. So this is such a freaking can of horse shit here. Sorry, but it is. And what I think is, if you look and we see a little bit further down the line, we're going to find there's a little bit more going on here. Shohei's involved, and it's going to stain his reputation going forward, especially now that they're saying he's the face of Asian baseball. They're trying to create an MLB Asia, and how do you do that if your star is here in America and he's being, prosecuted for something, or he's got this stain on him because he did something that everybody else knows you don't do in American sports because of Pete Rose. Because Pete Rose is not in the hall, you don't do it. If you're good enough, you don't get involved in that. In fact, Shohei should have said, look, I don't know why you're telling me that. You make $300,000 to $500,000 a year and you owe them $4.5 million. How do you even get into that debt? That's the other thing you have to start asking yourself. How could a guy who's making $300,000 to $500,000 a year be in $4.5 plus million of debt? You can't. No one lets you get that far in the hole without breaking your friggin' knees first. So I think we just answered our question. Shohei Ohtani is absolutely involved in this gambling scheme, paying off $4.5 million in gambling debt. Has to be. Because this guy didn't make enough money. He didn't have that money sitting around to be like, okay, I'll keep going in debt, see if I can get out this time. Oh, I'll get you on the next one. I'll get you on the next one. You get your knees broken. They don't keep allowing you to put bets in to the $4.5 million tune. That's when you got a couple $100 million and you're like, I could do it. I could pay it off. And you don't think that you're going to get caught. So you say, Mutsahara, fall on the sword for me. What do you guys think? Do you agree? I should get credit for that because I'm the one who found it first. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we're looking a little closer at this, and you have to start piecing together the evidence. So what's the evidence? It's like, okay, you got a guy who's got a $700 million contract. He's got an interpreter that makes $300,000 to $500,000 a year. And we're hearing that that interpreter is $4.5 million plus in the hole in gambling debt. And Shohei was just like, I'll pay it off for you. I don't want you to do it anymore, so I'll pay it off for you. It's like ridiculous. Shohei Ohtani has a gambling problem. You heard it here first. And when it comes out, it's going to be massive. I don't know. And people are going to be pissed off at me for saying this. Shohei, he's the model athlete. Great athlete. Pete Rose is a great athlete, guys. Pete Rose is a great batter. Great, most hits all time. We're human. Shohei Ohtani has everything in the world. It's all in his hands. And if this is really what's going on, it's all going to be down the toilet. Asia, MLB Asia, who's the new face if you can't get Shohei Ohtani to be the face? So actually, I'm probably going to get in trouble for even saying this. They're going to pull it down because they need this guy to be a success so badly. They'll never allow that. Never allow that. Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. So what do you guys think about that? I want to hear your impressions. I want to hear your opinion. Do you agree with me? How does a guy who's got $300,000 to $500,000 a year get $4.5 million into debt? You can't. They would never allow it. You get $4.5 million in debt when you're worth $300 to $500 million. And then they're like, he's good for it. They'll allow you to keep pushing it on if you're Shohei Ohtani. So here's the thing. I'm forecasting something. And you guys remember this. This just broke today. One day in the future, could be tomorrow, it could be next year, it could be in 10 years. Remember, when the guy, the whistleblower, maybe it's on the MLB Hall of Fame announcement of Shohei Ohtani in 25 years, there will be a whistleblower who was the bookie, who took all of the bets for Shohei Ohtani through proxy or through whatever, and he'll come out and he'll do a whole story, he'll have a book, and he's going to tell everybody the whole story about how Shohei Ohtani was gambling the entire time he was a baseball player. You heard it here first. It's guaranteed. Because you can't get $4.5 million if you're an interpreter making $305,000 a year. I just figured that out. I mean, this detective work, guys. Oh no, we'll allow you to keep going. You guys think if you make $300,000 to $500,000 a year, that means you have $300,000 to $500,000 in the bank? Do you know how much money it costs to live? Like everything costs so much. So let's just say he's extravagant living and he's got $300,000 to $500,000 a year. That dude could have $50,000 left at the end of the year, $100,000 left because so much goes into living. It costs so much to live in the United States, okay? There's no way any bookie will allow that interpreter to keep doubling down further and further in debt. Oh, now we're over $1 million? Sure, buddy, keep going. 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. No worries, buddy. Keep going. We know you're good for it. You're an interpreter. And then all of a sudden you're at $4.5 plus million. Again, the plus is really scary, guys. This could be like a 10, 20, $30 million debt that Shohei Ohtani got himself into. And he's paid it off. And you start looking at his bank records. And you don't just see these $4.5 million worth of debits. You start seeing something even more troubling. Going back a year or two into 2018, maybe, when he started this entire process of becoming one of the faces of baseball. He's a phenomenal baseball player, but he could be a scumbag. We don't know. I would say that there's a better percentage of him being a gambler, than not, you know? Again, what do you do when you have all the money in the world and you don't know what to do? You're trying to find some sort of thrill when you're not on the mound, when you're not at the plate trying to hit a home run, and you've got this big house, all of a sudden it's just kind of like whatever. And then you're trying to rebottle that energy you felt when all of these amazing things happen in your life as Shohei Ohtani. And you can't. You're there watching TV at the end of the day. It's like, what do I do here, huh? Well, you know this new thing with sports betting? I'm a fan. I was watching Logan Paul, and they have this new thing where they have a betting site. Like these people, they're bored. They are bored when they're not on the field. They're living lives just like you and me. That guy, when he's not on the baseball field, he gets in his car and he drives to the store. He sits by the pool. He reads a book. He's a human being. Therefore, if you are able to gamble, and maybe perchance from time to time you're like, I'm going to put a bet on X. So could someone like Shohei. He could be like, look, I got nothing that give me that freaking, you can go buy lottery tickets. But he's not doing it for the money, clearly. He's doing it for the thrill, and he's terrible at it, right? $4.5 million into the hole. Gosh almighty. When you got a Shohei Ohtani deal, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. Liverin, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Oh, asking about the Bible. Yeah, so I have right next to me, it's actually over there, the 1775 Bible. And that is a really, really cool thing. I'm actually just at the end of the show now, but I will be back later on, part 2. Guys, if you remember at noon today, it's just 40 minutes from now, Mark Has Wood, my newest channel, is going to premiere the first piece of content on the channel. I'm going to give you the link real quick so you guys can go and check it out. Please do me a favor, my friend, Liberian. If you could head over to YouTube, just click the link right in my bio and subscribe while we're live right now. You can see the screen, which is much better. And yeah, here we go. You see the screen. Here we go. Where are we? Where is it? Oh, no, it's on this screen. That's right. Let's see. All right, Mark Has Wood. We build a wooden sword. This is it right here. There is the link. And if you guys can do me a favor and check that out. S-Coop in the house. So good to see you. Let me see. We got Kill It and Grill It in the house. New photo for Kill It. Awesome. And Hilly's got a new photo. Of course, as you guys know, Helen Gale put up her new photo yesterday, which is awesome. And I love it when you guys have new photos. You know who else? Main Girl comes in with a new photo almost every day. It's so funny. I'm like, who's that? Is a new person in the chat? No, it's Main Girl back with a new photo. That's awesome. Anyway, how's everybody doing out there? Thank you so much for kicking it with me this morning. I had a spill, as I was telling you guys earlier, fell and banged my head pretty hard. That was pretty rough, I'd have to say. I wasn't really happy about that. But it happens. Sometimes these things happen. And so I'll be throwing some more ice on my head, and we'll be back later. Again, 12 o'clock, 40 minutes from now, we're going to watch the Mark Has Wood building a wood sword. This is part 1. It's a 3-parter. Today at 12, tomorrow at 12, then I'll get the other one edited and up for the following day for Saturday, I think, or Monday, we'll see. And back again later. Guys, I don't know if you realize this. Now we're going to be over an hour. Dang it. Of course that happens. The song from last night, Flying High. It's just ridiculous, guys. Been dropping little shorts of it. I'll be dropping a ton more, and I'm going to put that song out. I think I have to put it out for later today even. Or no, I'll put it out for tomorrow. I want to give enough time for you guys to see it, hit that bell and get ready for it, leave a comment, and see if we could blow out that. It's such a good song. I mean, guys, songs we've been creating here every night are powerful, but some of them are so good, they need ears. They need ears. And so do me a favor, when you hear any of my music, when you see any of my music, please like, please leave a comment, and please share. Because that is the stuff they don't allow views on. It's very odd. I'll notice, I'll put up something, and I'll go back later. Sometimes it says 0. It's like they didn't even show it to anybody, and I just erase it and put it up again. I'm like, I don't know why they don't share my music. And it's only the controversial stuff is what they seem to share. So if you do see music, and you see me playing, and you see me ripping it up on the guitar, or singing something passionately, and the lyrics are great, because I'm only popping stuff up there that's like, whoa, this is talking about society, or it's something that will lift you out of thinking about society. It's all 432 hertz music, which is a healing frequency, so please check that out. Yes, absolutely, Liberian. Please do me a favor, hit that link right in my bio. We're still live here on YouTube. You can say hi to Hilly Billy and S-Coop and Kill It and Grill It in Virginia and Fragilized Broken Dreams. So good to see you. Awesome to see you here. Let's see, I got Shalom, hello Chittore. Is that right? My best friend in high school was Iranian, and he used to speak Farsi. And he taught me a bunch of words in Farsi I still remember. They weren't good words, guys, but like he did teach me how to say, hey, hello, how are you? You know, Shalom, hello, Chittore. And I know how to say, I don't know, midunam. I used to say that. I used to love that. I think it's such a funny thing to say, midunam. I used to go be like, midunam. I just like up to someone, just say it. They'd be like, what the hell are you saying? I'm like, midunam. I don't know. It's so funny. I think that's what it means. I don't remember. But I do remember Shalom, hello, Chittore. And I'm curious if that's correct after all these years. Oh, goodness. So, guys, just in case, Princess Brown. Awesome. So glad you're here. Guys, Princess Brown came over from TikTok. That's amazing. Hit that bell if you can, because that's the thing. You have to make sure you're here for that. Rick. So good to see you. You know what? I think I have to very quickly, guys, because I got to get myself set up here anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you a song real quick. I want you guys to hear this new song while because I think we're over the hour anyway, clearly. It's not going to matter at this point. Oops. Yeah, it's not going to matter at this point. So let me play you a song. And I think for us to actually, because of the length of time, I don't know if we could play that one, because it's about 10 minutes long. But let me see if I can get at least something on here for you. Here we go. Time goes by. What a beautiful song. We played that one yesterday. All right, so I think just because of timing here, I'm going to play you something that's totally fire, upbeat, and to take you into your day, and hopefully over to the Marquez Wood channel, which will be live in a few minutes at 12 o'clock for the first piece of content. All right, here we go. If I can find it. Why am I not? Oh, that's why. I think I'm not looking at it the right. Here we go. Sometimes you need to do the right thing, like Spike Lee. I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars. Take you away. Let me take you away. We'll take a long ride out of town.
Say goodbye to it all for now. Find yourself in Pueblo, Colorado, yeah. Up in the clouds and climbing high. I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars. No looking back, no. The sun is setting, the moon is shining down. I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars. You touch the stars before you come back down to planet. I wanna touch the stars before I come back down. You wake up in the morning, come the rising sun. You take me away again. You take me on another ride. I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. Oh, I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. Oh, I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars, yeah, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Before I come back down. Oh, I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. Written live. I wanna
Well, I
touch.
did not expect. I forgot I had a premiere of this song earlier. I didn't even realize it. I thought I'd taken it down, but I'm going to have to take it down because it's not good. I mean, it's decent, but it needs to be adjusted. So disregard that one. I mean, it's if you want to watch, it's pretty cool. But I would say check out what's happening at noon, just 30 minutes from now. I think I gave you the link already, but let me do it one more time just in case. This is a new channel I started. Would love it if you help me and subscribe to it and share if you like woodworking especially. This is just fun stuff we'll be doing, a lot of little goofy comedy stuff in the wood shop. Same type of show here with the comedy news, but more with comedy woodworking, I guess. I'm not a trained craftsman per se. I just create things, make things. I made speakers, and I invented the only drum in the world for guitar players. I play that every single night and I build them. That's kind of made me think a little differently about building and about how really anything could be constructed out of wood. So we built a sword. This is the Sword of Destiny. I created this to protect the 1775 Bible. And it's just a goofy thing that we did one day, but this is bird's eye maple. And at 12, you'll see the process begin and how I got from there to here. And part 1 will be today, part 2 tomorrow at noon, and then I'll get part 3 out after that. So the link, yes, thank you so much for putting that up, S-Coop. And guys, also, I will be dropping tons of stuff on TikTok. If you haven't followed me over there, we do have 40,000 followers over there. I'm trying to see if I can blow that channel out and get all the people from TikTok over to this platform. No one can support me on YouTube anymore. So the only way you can is through Patreon, through Venmo, through CashApp. If you do, I really appreciate it because I can no longer make any money from YouTube at all. They've taken away my complete ability to earn income on this channel, even if it was a thing to become. I wasn't ever making really money here, just a small amount. Just the super chats, which were great, but now I can't even get those. So if you do feel inclined at ever for the longest running daily variety show that will show up twice a day for you, as long as I possibly can, even when I bang my freaking head on the side of a cabinet and say the show must go on, head over to those links that S-Coop has likely sent to you and support the show. And you could subscribe to the channel on X. You can subscribe to me on TikTok. That helps as well. And we'll keep this show going. We need positivity. We need music. This show provides both, and a lot of opportunity for people to hang out and chat. So YouTube, X, or Rumble, those are the 3 channels I think we really need to focus on, and Twitch would be great too. Anywhere, wherever you see me, guys, spread the word. Appreciate you. When we do this again, I'll try to inform you, but please hit all notifications on. That's the best way to make sure you know when I'm live. Fragilized Broken Dreams, so happy to have you here. I hope you like that one song there. I will tell you, if you liked that song, last night we played 5 or 6 of my best songs, including the one I was telling you about I wanted to play for you today, which is it's called Flying High. It's one of the craziest guitar performances yet, and just really cool blues vibe / like Santana vibe. I don't know, it's got this really cool style to it. And we played a bunch of other songs too last night. So you can go and see, and I was actually, what's cool about the songs after the first one is I played a secondary guitar from almost all of them, and I did dueling guitars last night. I should put that up in the chat to remind people. It was a dueling guitars night. It was kind of cool. So check that out, and there's like 4,400 pieces of content. You never run dry on this channel. Do me a favor, guys. Helen Gale in the house. Please do me a favor, guys. If you haven't, subscribe to my brother Hilly Billy. That is my boy. We're going to get a conversation soon about the 1775 Bible. We've been talking about it, and we just haven't done it. But one of these days, it's going to happen. And I want to do it the right way, where we, from our phones, we do the vertical, and we can just get online and chat. It may not even be necessarily in my studio. I'll be like outside chatting in a beautiful day and just talking with Hilly about the Bible. I've got questions about the 1775 Bible. I also want to get into some things like Nineveh and see what it says in my Bible with Nineveh and with the I guess you would say the society issues they were having back then, the scummy people living and ruling that part of the world. As you guys know, there's a solar eclipse coming in a couple weeks, and that path is going to go over 7 towns in the United States called Nineveh. And Nineveh's got a history. I want to talk to Hilly about that. So maybe we could do that. We'll see. Kill it and grill it. Maine girl, we were just talking about you. I said, oh, every day I love you. Show up with a new photo. It's hilarious. So cool. Princess Brown, I'm so happy you're here. If all of you guys can do me a favor and head over to the Mark Has Wood channel in 24 minutes and watch that with me, I'd really appreciate it. Kick that channel off with a nice start with a handful of views. I think there's 63 subscribers, and it's a cool channel. I just love the name, actually. Modoc Roughstock. If we didn't have Modoc Roughstock as a family member, the name of this channel would be something stupid, like MarkinsPires Woodworking. Like, I had no good idea at all on what to call the woodworking channel. I just knew I needed to create a woodworking channel to do all these crazy things. We built a beat seat, we built 2 canes. I'm gonna do that next to you. You'll see all the canes being built. And all of these things will be dropped on that Mark Has Wood channel, but the name, Mark Has Wood. Sorry. That's just a bit, you know? Oh, goodness. So, an hour, 15 minutes in. Yeah, and I love throwing dad jokes at you. That's the best. I love that. Oh, we should do a dad joke. Mark Has Wood dad jokes. And then we're like on there building and doing dad jokes. You know? I don't know, just an idea. I want to start doing lots of cool little things like that. Like I thought I had another idea that would be pretty cool. Wharton, I think, sent me some photos. I think it was Wharton. I think Wharton sent me some photos that he wanted me to show Trish. I have to look back and see. Yeah, I know, sorry. But I have to look back and see because I think it would be cool to have you guys send in pictures, you know, of different parts of this country. So, you know, this is what I look at every day, like one of your favorite views. I talked about this a while ago, we never got into it. But you send me an email and say, this is my favorite place to go where I live in order to find peace. Like that would be a cool, what is the most peaceful place in your vicinity that you could take a snapshot photo of? And then you could send it in to me and we could talk about it. And maybe you come on and you share what makes it so special. But I like that. I want to start doing a lot more interacting with you guys. So 2 shows a day, we should be able to do a lot more call-ins. We don't do any. I'll give you the number tomorrow. Until later. Not too much later. 15 minutes.
You got to go away.
Yes! Dang girl, so take a picture of my smiling face and send it in. I'll see you guys later. I love you. Have a great day. Hope to see you in a couple minutes on Mark Has Wood.
You got to go away.